What's up, guys, and welcome back to another edition of Road Trippin' with the Rudes.
The Parked Edition.
The Parked Edition. So today we wanted to do one of the underrated movies that Disney has, and the one that we chose today was Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Yep. So, guys, per request, we are doing more movie reviews, and we thought Wednesday would be a great day because, let's face it, we have to figure out what to watch with the fam on the weekends. And we had to dig back in the crates. I mean, I'm sure that everybody has seen Frozen 2 1,000,001 times by this point, and we love the movie. But we wanted to visit maybe some that we haven't seen. And Hunchback of Notre Dame.
I say Notre Dame, but it could be Notre Dame.
I say Notre Dame.
I say Notre Dame.
Tomato, tomato. Comment down below if you say it Corey's way or if you say it my way. The movie says it my way. But if you're like us and have missed some movies, this is a great time to catch up. So,
yeah,
let's get into it.
Okay, go ahead. You first.
Hunchback of Notre Dame. Just to give you kind of like the background of it or where this sat in the Disney timeline for the 90s. Disney was knocking it out of the parks. They had success with Little Mermaid. They had The Lion King and
Beauty and the Beast.
Beauty and the Beast. So they had Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast, The Lion King, and then here comes...
Don't forget Aladdin.
Yes, and Aladdin. And then here comes Hunchback of Notre Dame, which...
Or Notre Dame.
Was actually a year after also the Pixar success of Toy Story. So there were a lot of hits there.
Really? Toy Story was out too?
Yes.
Oh, okay. That's news to me. But anywho, so a lot of people think it's underrated. Full disclosure, we never know each other's review when we do these reviews. So it's live, it's for real. When we do these reviews, Nicole don't have no idea what I'm going to say, and I have no idea what Nicole's going to say. So right now, I'm going to tell you, they say it's underrated. I think it's rated perfectly. Okay. It can stay down below all the rest of those movies.
So if you can't compare it to the other movies that we're talking about, right? Because this is an adaptation to the Victor Hugo's novel Notre Dame. I think something Notre Dame Paris or something like that. So I think in introducing Quasimodo, it tried to keep to that timeline. Now, for me, I am... And this is me trying to reenact their Festival of Fools theme and my inner Esmeralda.
Queen Fool right here, the Queen Fool.
Yeah. And just like in the parks, I can only keep the ears on for a short period of time. So if you see me take them off, don't judge. Comment down below if you're like me. But, so I had to remove the desire to compare it to the others, one. Two, I also had to appreciate... how visually stunning it was for its time. The details as far as the building itself, you know Disney. They studied that building. So it's just, you know, if you were to marvel at that alone, you really could. Okay. I think about it from a standpoint of, man, what if they were to do like a remake or a refresh and kind of use the same technology that was used in Coco? It would be a visually stunning movie.
Okay.
So that was my take on that part.
Yeah.
What about the casting?
Casting was okay. I like, I want to call him George. I know that's not his name.
Jason Alexander as Hugo, which I think that was cute too, that they had two of the gargoyles. One was named Victor, one was named Hugo in honor of Victor Hugo. I thought that was cute.
They're not gargoyles.
What are they again?
I can't remember now.
So gargoyles apparently are hollow.
Yeah.
And what is on the building of Notre Dame is they're solid. And so
they're both. They have both. So the hollow ones is where the water runs through them and it comes out of their mouth. Right. That's the you know, the rain spouts basically.
Which I thought was amazing. So it just basically to protect the building itself and the integrity of the building, they draw the rain away. I did ask Corey if we can get some for our house, but I don't think he's buying it.
Nah, I'm good.
So yes, you like Jason Alexander.
Yeah.
I thought Demi Moore as Esmeralda was perfect.
Yeah.
Demi Moore, like her voice, the raspiness, always adds mystery to things.
Mm-hmm. No, it was a good story. It wasn't for me. That movie wasn't for me. It was a good movie.
Rewatchability is not very, very high.
Nah.
And just because there weren't many songs that I connected to, there weren't any songs that like
That's
walking
probably
away
what it was.
singing. And I don't know who was in charge of the score, but that was the one thing that to me was disappointing.
Yeah, the music was not.
Yeah,
memorable.
when you go from Under the Sea to Hakuna Matata to, Part of Your World and
A Whole New World.
a whole new world, and then, the Beauty and the Beast theme song, there wasn't anything here that stood out to me.
Nah, me either. It was just an okay movie for me.
Yeah, I will say, and people that had we're in a Disney group which we love, Facebook, and when I mentioned Hunchback of Notre Dame, they said it's dark, and it was dark.
Yeah, it was dark.
Like the first,
I don't know. I just can't get into it.
the first 2 minutes was like, woo, Disney
Yeah.
took it there.
And they were in Paris, so there was a lot of Paris Easter eggs for the other film that was in France, which was Beauty and the Beast. Mm-hmm. So when it first comes on, you see what? The baker. It's the same baker from Beauty and the Beast.
There's a scene where you actually see Belle, in the
when Quasimodo's
courtyard,
singing, when he's on the roof.
When he's out singing.
They show like a shot of the city, like zooming into it.
Yeah.
And you see her walking
past the water fountain,
Past the
which
water
is the
fountain.
scene in Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah, reading the book.
So I'll say this too, because the music wasn't that engaging, I was able to pick up a good bit of what I thought were Easter eggs.
Yeah. What you got?
So normally I don't get to pick up on that.
That's really all I was looking for. Like the movie wasn't holding me, so I'm like, all right, let me see what's going on in the background.
So one of my favorite things when it comes to a Disney movie are the villains. So let's just back this whole train up because we're doing what we said we weren't going to do, which was comparing it to other movies. Okay, so picture this. We are in Paris, France. The kind of the beginning of the movie starts off with a group of people that are escaping, and they were identified as the gypsies.
Spoiler alert.
And yeah, spoiler alert. Sorry, they were identified as the gypsies, and then you see the scene that kind of explains how Quasimodo ended up in the bell tower. So I thought that was good. You see the villain very early on. There's no hiding it. It's not kind of like a Hans situation. There I go, comparing again.
Yeah.
Comment down below if you had a hard time, if you did watch this movie. And if not, I do recommend it just to kind of cover all of your bases. Cover all of your Disney bases. But comment down below if you found yourself doing the comparison. So, you see the villain very early on. There's no disguising him.
Mm-hmm.
As far as villains rank, creepy. Right? And someone in our group had mentioned that. He's just, okay.
I'm trying to find some good things.
No, but I will say this. So this movie came out 95, 96. So for me, I always think back at the time a movie was released and see kind of, sign of the times. A lot of places were at war at this time. You had the Kosovo was at war. Mm-hmm. You had I think the Rwandan war was kind of hitting a peak here. So the thing about
Shoot, Desert
Frollo.
Storm, right? Or am
No,
I tripping?
that was this came out after. But the thing about Frollo that made him, to me, a compelling villain was he absolutely thought he was justified. He absolutely thought he was right. He wanted to get rid of an entire race of people and basically associated them with all that was wrong at the time in Paris. Sounds like every tyrant that we've ever encountered. And so I think that aspect of the story was timeless.
Yeah.
Because in his heart of hearts, he felt justified. And shocker, because it is the Hunchback of Notre Dame. Notre Dame is a cathedral.
So he tried to use the church.
He used the religion. That's never happened before, right? We've never had somebody that justified their wrong actions by using religion. I don't think that was a change. I'm just kidding. So, and then one thing that I did like too is you had the protagonist, Quasimodo, and he wasn't like a stud like all of the other Disney guys. I mean, even Beast didn't look bad as Beast. And I thought that was interesting. And it wasn't a, girl gets the boy, boy gets the girl type scenario. It really was geared towards liberation.
Yeah. I think Esmeralda as a character was more
Trailblazer.
Yeah, to me than anybody else in the movie.
That's true. Because she wasn't a damsel in distress.
Right.
She had her own moves.
I was getting Aladdin vibes the whole time, though, to me. It seemed
know what? And Ella said that, too. Ella had Esmeralda. There's a scene where she's running through the town. And Ella's like, this is so Aladdin. Mm-hmm. So there was that...
comparing movies
misunderstood.
Again.
I know. There was that misunderstood bad girl type energy. But... even for the time, as far as the illustrations are concerned, mm-hmm. Esmeralda was gorgeous.
Mm-hmm. Green eyes.
Hair flowing. I mean, I think those effects were great.
Yeah, Green Eye Bandit.
Yeah. We've got a Green Eye Bandit, courtesy of Ella.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought that was interesting. What else? There was... Yeah.
Good luck.
There weren't. I would say this. And maybe I just missed the memo. Let me know if I have. I wish that there was more hype around Esmeralda. Like, I'd love to dress the girls up as her.
Oh yeah.
And like the gestures and, as they were saying, the gypsies of the town. I think there were some missed opportunities there. I don't know if this is where they were going head to head with Pixar. I don't know. This was pre-acquisition, right? Because Pixar was doing their own thing.
Because in the beginning of this video, you just said about Toy Story.
Yeah, because I think it's important to say that Toy Story had come out in 95. I think it's important to understand the timeline of things.
So then they wouldn't have been battling with them. They had Toy Story out.
They didn't. I said Pixar had Toy Story. I made that very clear.
Yeah,
okay. I said Pixar had Toy Story. And the reason why I say that is because there is like this black hole period where Disney was missing.
Well, I think...
Missing as far as like they weren't doing the box office hits and like,
Eisner went away from like the movies to me. And animation.
And Pixar was on their DJ Khaled with another one. Another one. So that... Hunchback of Notre Dame. There's like a 2,000 Leagues Under the Sea or something. I know a lot of people.
20,000
people talk about. Correct us. Comment down below. The Goofy movie kind of got lost in the sauce.
Maybe that'll be the next one.
That'll be the next one.
Because I've never seen it. We never seen the Goofy movie.
So
1 or 2.
Would I say? Oh, I didn't even know there was a 2.
Might be a 3.
And I think there's a 2 for the Hunchback of Notre Dame. And I don't know if it was like straight to video.
They can keep that.
So, on what you should watch this weekend, I would say... I couldn't say tune into this with the kiddos. If you've got some teens with you, yeah, but it didn't keep Ella's attention.
How many road tripping with the rude tire tracks you giving it?
So, tire tracks wise, and this is hurting my heart.
See, she don't want to say nothing bad about Disney, but
no,
go ahead,
but this is hurting my heart. And it's not about saying anything bad about Disney. They've set the standard so high that even, and you guys saw it, even when I said, okay, I'm trying not to compare, you can't help but compare.
Yeah, and we're prisoner of the time, right? So if we watched it when it first came out, we may have different opinions on it.
Yes. That too. Okay. So if you were a child when this came out or young when this came out and you've got a connection to it, definitely comment down below, rep your set. Stick up for Quaz and the crew. But that could be it.
Yeah.
It's just like when you are at the park and, there are people that have their favorite rides. There are people that, I'm one of them, Small World has a connection to me because of when I was little. Corey can go a lifetime without getting on Small World ever again.
Yeah.
He alleges that we always lose something on that ride. So I don't know if he thinks like the figures are just taking stuff. But so I really think that this could absolutely have fallen under that category of if you connected to it then, maybe now you do. But no, I would give it 1.5 tire tracks.
Ooh!
I know.
And that's coming from her, so y'all know what I give it.
And if it was between this movie, and again, I'm like considering watching it with your kiddos. If it was between this movie and seeing Frozen for the 52nd time, I'd opt for Frozen for the 52nd time.
Yeah.
Now, if you have teenagers that haven't seen it, I would recommend it. Okay. I think it was a good conversation piece to have with Ava because a lot of the things went over Ella's head, but opened up the door of conversation with Ava on how quickly people can like fall under the spell of a tyrant. Really, that's where Frollo was. Mm-hmm. I keep wanting to say Froyo. You guys don't know how bad I just want to like go to a frozen yogurt spot. And I'm like a day one frozen yogurt. I am TCBY in New York and New Jersey forever before they came out with all these new ones. So I'm like old school froyo.
All roads lead back to New York, huh?
I mean, you said it, not me.
I'm just saying. Go ahead, though.
Well, let me know when we get a Carvel here.
Oh, man. We did have a Carvel, though, I thought. You could get a Carvel cake around here somewhere.
Probably for like 2
Long time ago.
I'm thinking, okay, to my defense, I'm thinking of cakes and everything because we have a birthday coming up, 2 birthdays coming up. So that's why I'm thinking about that.
Yeah.
So I gave it 1.5 tire tracks. Where are you at with it?
It ain't even hit the road for me. It ain't even on the road.
So it's stalled.
Yeah, it's stalled out.
Okay, so Corey is giving it a AAA rating.
I wish I had 4 thumbs. I give it 4 thumbs down.
Just wrong. I will say this. I'm glad we watched it. So that if you haven't watched it,
you don't have to go through it.
Thank us later.
Yeah.
We're accepting thank you cards. Our P.O. box information's on there. Thank us later. But next week, I think we'll be coming with, maybe we'll do the Goofy. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm interested in Goofy movie.
I'm not going to lie, I'm not.
Well, I wasn't interested in this, so I guess it's your turn.
We can go through the 90s. We'll start by going through the 90s.
Listen, leave some comments in the
with suggestions,
yeah,
because there's some Disney ones that we have never seen.
Yeah,
that Witch Mountain.
Which one? Because there's an old one and
the
then
older
there's
one
with The Rock.
I don't remember Pete's Dragon. And I don't remember the
Yo, Pete's
Sorcerer and the
Dragon is
Stone?
DreamWorks.
No. Pete's Dragon is not DreamWorks. DreamWorks wasn't even around when Pete's Dragon came out. Are you kidding me? I really hope you're not thinking of How to Train Your Dragon.
Oh, ha. That's probably what I'm thinking about.
Pete's Dragon came out like in the 60s. But okay.
Oh, alright.
Like Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
That's your era. I wouldn't know.
Parent Trap.
That's your era. I wouldn't know.
You know what? I'm okay with my era. You see this? I'm okay with it. Happy birthday to me. Coming up soon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but comment down below with some recommendations, what you'd want us to check out. You know, we're here for you. We'll do the dirty work and just send over the good stuff to you.
Yeah. And if you don't come up with anything, we'll figure it out on our own.
Thanks so much, guys, for tuning in to What to Watch Wednesday. And we'll see you real soon. Until the next time.
Keep virtual tripping.
Bye, guys.